Hi everyone, thank you for checking me out. Today I am making the most delicious apple hand pies. Let me show you. I'm using 3 Granny Smith apples, enough to make about 6 pies. I'm going to go ahead and get these peeled and sliced. I'm slicing them into kind of thin slices like this to make it easier to cook them down. With my apples all sliced, I'm going to put them into this saucepan, hopefully without dropping any on the floor. Now I'm going to bring over my sugar and add a fourth. That's a fourth. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm going to sprinkle in about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to turn the heat on medium, and I'm going to let this cook down until the apples get nice and soft. This is the pie crust I made earlier, and what I'm going to do with it, I'm just going to break it up into, make them into some 6 round balls, kind of as equal size as I can get them. That's one. Yes, and it's got to be enough for 6. But I did make 2 pie crusts, so I'm okay in that area. Okay, I got my 6 balls. Now I'm just going to wrap them up a little bit more, like that. And just even put them back in this bag, and then I'm going to place them back into the refrigerator until I am ready for them. The apples, they are on a roll, but they still have about 5 or 10 minutes to go, and this is a good time for me to start breaking them up into smaller pieces because I don't want any big chunks. It has to all be able to fit in the pie. Our pie filling is ready now, y'all. All I have to do is to let it cool for about 15 minutes. Got my pie crust back out. They weren't in there but a minute. While the filling is cooling off, let me get them out of this bag. I'm going to just start to roll them out. I'm going to put a little flour here, just a little bit, kind of on my hands too, and I'm going to go ahead and flatten this first one out. Now, I'm not trying to be perfect whatsoever with the pie dough, but I just want to get them out nice and flat. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick, you know, like if I were making a pie. I am making a pie. Okay, I got this first one, I think, going pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and scoop it off this mat. I'm going to dust it with a little flour, just a little, and I'm going to put it on this plate right here. Pie shells are ready, and I have my apple filling right here, and I've actually gone ahead and put together one of the pies just to get a little bit of practice. And for now, I'm going to put it on this tray back here. You can't quite see it. And I'm going to grab another one. Here it is. And I'm putting about a teaspoon because it doesn't take much. I'm going to try this little teaspoon and maybe a teaspoon and a half. And I'm going to take some water and go ahead and put some water right around the edges just a little bit so the edges will bind. And again, I'm not fancy with this whatsoever. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, I did not mention, is that if you notice, I didn't put any butter whatsoever into my pie filling. This crust that I made is a very rich, buttery crust. And I do have a video out there on how to make pie crust. So all I'm going to do is just going around the edges, y'all. Like I said, it ain't nothing fancy. Hope you can see this. And I'm just going to fold them over. Now, some people will cut their edges off. I like to keep all my dough and just work with it. Let me show you. Kind of work with it to my satisfaction. And these are going to be so delicious. Yes, they are delicious. Put some water over here. End up having to grab some more dough and make 7 of these instead of 6. But that's okay because 7 is, whoops, the number of completion. Right, and here are our hand pies. They are going into the oven that's preheated to 375 degrees. I'm going to check on them after 15 minutes. Okay, after about 15 to 20 minutes, here's where we are. And what I'm checking for with these is to see how brown that they are on the bottom, because I want them to be a nice brown color like this. Now I'm going to flip them over each one, and I'm going to put them back into the oven for about 10 minutes, maybe 5, just to get another brown on the opposite side. And while they are in the oven, y'all, we're going to make some quick icing. I'm going to put about 2 cups of powdered sugar into this cup, and I'm going to pour about a tablespoon, that's about a tablespoon of water, and I'm just going to keep twirling this around and adding water to it until I get the consistency I like. More water. I think this will work. This right here. Yep. Okay, these are brown enough that I can see. I'm going to flip them over. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. And if I forgot to mention, this was a greased pan. And while they are still hot, piping hot, I'm going to take the icing, okay, that we just made in that 5 minutes, and I'm going to drizzle it right over the top of each one. piping hot because I want more of a glaze than an icing, but it really doesn't make any difference at this point. But I definitely want to make sure that enough icing is on each one of them. Now I'm going to get them on this plate. Like this. Beautiful. You can never have too much icing with these. Look at that. This one right here, this was that number 7. This one is for me. Move this back and see, can I get us a, kind of cut this open for us so we can see. All right, what this hand apple pie looks like. This is what it looks like, y'all. Look at that there. And I'm getting ready to take a bite of it. Oh man. Look. And the icing and the crust. This is it. There you have it. Apple hand pies. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye.